Hey guys, I'm Shelby with Shelby Paget Realty out here in Boise, Idaho. And today we have the opportunity to sit down with one of our favorite lenders to work with. This is Bill Haskins from Finance of America. Thanks for taking some time and sitting with us.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun, yeah.
Yeah, so Bill, like myself, rides dirt bikes, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Loves cars.
Well, I wrecked her. He rides them, I wreck them. So.
Even had one of the same cars, the BMWs,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Yeah.
And today we're going to touch on a little bit about who you are, your experience in the industry, and how that's so applicable to how we best serve our clients in the transactions when they're buying or selling or investing. And touch a little bit about Finance of America and how your guys' company can really help bring value to the transactions for the clients. So I know you've been in the industry for a long time, a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, 17 years now, I think.
Wow.
So 17, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what that's been like and what you've done and what brought you here.
So, well, I'll just kind of start. So I have a master's of business MBA degree. So I have the finance side with my MBA. And then I owned a Coldwell Banker real estate office for 10 years. So that was from 2005 to 2015.
Interesting 10
years.
years.
Yeah, so I got to see the first couple of years, got to see the extreme highs.
Yeah.
Then we got the bubble that burst in 2007 to 2012. So got to run my company, during that time as well. And then 2015 just decided to had an offer I couldn't refuse.
Wow.
So I took that and we moved to Boise.
Very
so
cool.
That was in 2015, been in Boise since then. And I became a loan officer in 2015.
Wonderful.
So I've been a loan officer for 6 years now.
Cool.
And just, with that background, finance side, especially running my company, I always liked the finance side of running the company instead of out actually doing the real estate part. I was the broker as well. Mm-hmm. So I got to manage up to 45 agents at one time.
Huge group.
And just, so I got to see all the setting up the contracts and, making sure our T's are crossed and I's are dotted and everything's good on the contract. So I got that background, which becomes really relevant, when on the finance side, when we're doing loans, a lot of times, I can help you guys, if you're working on addendums or something like that.
You're speaking the same language.
Yeah, I'm speaking the same language. And, I can help you guys sometimes work on that stuff, to help put better contracts together.
And I know too, in the past with the finance background you have and the experience you have, you've helped guide a lot of our clients in such a direction that they wouldn't have been able to find otherwise to get to a position where they can execute on a property. So. Yeah,
one of the things, that I pride myself on is I don't just look at getting your clients a loan.
Yeah.
It's more about trying to understand their overall financial picture and how that works in to help them, either make them more money if it's on the investment side or if it's their very first home, right?
Yeah.
Make sure that, we've got reserves for them so that they don't buy a house and they're completely strapped after they buy their house. So we look at all of that stuff. A lot of your clients have been moving out of California to here and they've got this big chunk of equity, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of them want to put down 100% of that to buy a house. And so that's where I start the conversations of, do you have a college fund set up for your child? Now's a perfect time to take some of this equity, set up a college fund, kind of just do stuff like that to help them, their overall pictures.
That's amazing. And having that guidance is key and invaluable for the clients for sure. So
they seem to like it. I mean, I don't get too deep. I'm not a financial advisor, so I have to be careful. I can't get too deep into it, but we happen to know a really good financial advisor as well that can help them. So if we need to go that direction.
And I think it's amazing with the plethora of experience you have, being a background as a broker, having your financial background. You're an investor yourself. Yep. So we speak a lot of the same languages when we're helping folks. And one of the biggest things that I've noticed that has been just absolutely instrumental for our transactions together has been your service. Like you have gone above and beyond to help cater to the clients' schedules, their questions, their concerns, and really help them feel comfortable through the process. So,
well, so owning that company, right? Real estate is not done from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
As much as we want it to.
As much as we wanted to, it's not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we'd love for it to be Monday through Friday, but it just isn't.
Yeah. It's 11 o'clock on Sunday night.
the majority of our deals are done after hours and on weekends. I mean, that's when clients can come up to look at houses. So I've always made it a point to make myself available at those times. And fortunately, I have a very understanding spouse who's also in real estate.
She gets it.
So she gets it, right? So, you know, there's a lot of times she'll be on one end of the couch talking real estate with an agent, and I'll be on the other end talking finance. So
that's cool.
But I've just, you know, that's been very important to me. One of my biggest irks when I owned my own company was we'd spend all this thousands of dollars on advertising.
Yeah.
And then the agents wouldn't answer their phone.
It's like, what are we doing?
And so, you know, so to me, that is my biggest thing. I always try to answer my phone.
You do.
I mean, there are times, you know, there are times.
He picked up the phone at 7:30 on a Saturday evening, and he was out at dinner with his wife, and it's Bill.
There are times that, you know, obviously I'm on the phone or something, that it doesn't happen, but that is very important to me. And if someone leaves me a message before the end of the day, they've got a phone call back from me asking what's going on.
And that's huge. I mean, there's a lot of lenders in the space that we work within, and along with the programs that you guys offer, which are exceptional, your service just brings everything above and beyond for folks. So if you're looking for someone to really connect with, it does matter who you work with on the real estate side, the lending side, the title side. All these pieces have to come together to help provide the best service, and having you as a factor in that is huge. So we appreciate that.
I do try. So I mean, that's one of my hot topics. So,
let's touch a little bit on Finance of America, a great national company, and
so we just went public. 3 months ago?
It's exciting.
We went public, and that's been awesome. You know, so I believe I know we're in the top 10 for largest companies in the United States for on the finance side. I don't know exactly what number, but I know we're definitely in the top 10. And then, you know, kind of what differentiates us from some of the other lenders in the area. One is our underwriters are in-house; they're right downstairs.
Helpful.
You know, when I have an issue or I have a problem, I walk into their office and sit down.
Yeah.
You know, if we're having having some challenges on a file that has a lot of layers, you know, we'll walk in. Yeah, they do. And we'll walk in and just sit down. And the cool thing about our underwriters is they don't look for reasons to say no.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they have to, but they don't look for those reasons. They look for reasons, and they look for ways to get the loan done within our guidelines so that, you know, we can sell the loan. But they help us navigate through that process. And I love that about our underwriters. They're absolutely phenomenal. We've seen that
value with a handful of deals actually that have been very unique, I guess you could say, that
with lots of layers.
You guys have really come through and helped not only get the deal to occur in the right way, but also to communicate with the client as to what's happening and why and how you guys can be most effective. So not only providing the knowledge and intuition and how to get it done, but also bringing the deal to close, which is ultimately everybody's goal.
Well, and I think that's another point for, you know, that I try very hard on is communication with you as the agents and the clients, even the listing agents. You know, I'll reach out to them as well and let them know what's going on, because that gives them a comfort level, reassurance that we're on top of things. 100%. And that gives the buyer, you know, it gives the sellers confidence as well that our deals are going to go well. So
that's true.
So some of the other things, you know, a couple things that, you know, of course we do the conventional loans, the FHA loans, VA loans, USDA, we do all of those loans, right? But something that our company has really gone above and beyond on is the jumbo loans.
Oh, cool.
We have 9 different jumbo loans right now, products that we can offer our clients. So a jumbo loan is anything above $625,000.
Okay.
So anything above that's considered
awfully
jumbo.
relevant these days.
Yes.
Wow. Yep.
And you can go up to a $3 million loan in those jumbo loans. So, but we have 9 different products that we can take a look at with our clients. And it gives them a couple of different options where some other lenders may only have 1 or 2 options. We have 9 different options that we can look
flexible,
at. Not all of them are going to work, but there could be 2 or 3, and then we can take a look at which one's more financially sound for them to take advantage of.
Perfect. Well, sounds like you guys have quite the spread.
Yeah,
so
it's impressive what our company has done. And you said flexible. We have several products called Flex, and just that, where we can do an asset depletion, we can do a bank statement program, we can do a 12-month, so a 1 year. If you're self-employed, we can take. There are times we can do a 1 year instead of having to go back 2 years.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of those products that are very flexible for our borrowers.
That's wonderful. And those are becoming ever more relevant every deal we talk about, especially as the world progressing in the direction it is. So that's amazing.
Oh yeah. I mean, so people working from home now.
Yeah.
Right. That's something we didn't really know about. I mean, yeah, you had a couple people working from home, but now it seems to be, 50% of our borrowers are working from home now.
It's crazy.
How does that play out? If they're moving their company, they work in California, but they're moving to Idaho.
Common. Yeah.
So it's happening a lot. So
perfect. Well, thank you for the wealth of knowledge and letting us get to know you a little bit better and the products.
I love working with you guys. I love working with your team.
It's been so fun.
Like you said,
we got to go dirt bike riding.
We got to go dirt bike riding.
No broken collarbones.
Hopefully I'll stay on instead of fall off.
So, well, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, man.
And looking forward to this next year.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right.